Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Theta. So Theta and TFUEL right now are doing very, very well. If we take a look at the last week alone, about 11 and 13% increases in Theta and TFUEL. We will be talking about some recent updates and information on Theta and TFUEL today. So if you guys are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So to get started today, I do want to talk about the price charts just a little bit, starting with Theta, and I do want to go into price predictions at the end of the video for May, June, and 2021. So make sure to stick around for those price predictions. So to start out, a $12.46 price point is actually very, very solid. We saw in the last 24 hours, we actually saw a spike increase up to $13.18, and now we're starting to see it kind of correct and stabilize, hopefully around this $20 or I guess $12.40 range. I think that's definitely something that's going to be a common theme here. Is Theta is going to increase very substantially, and then we're going to see a dip. A lot of people, trying to make these short-term trades right now before Theta really makes its way all the way to about $20. So really, we're going to continue to see kind of uptrends in a great way right now. A lot of people, like I said, making short-term trades, which is perfectly fine. That's part of the market. And I do think in the last week alone, we can actually see how people are taking advantage of that, coming from 1102, jumping up to about 260 or 1262, dropping back down to about 1135. Next increase, we saw it go to 1318. Now we saw it dip back down. We'll see where this one ends up, but we will probably continue to see this kind of uptrend with big dips and big increases. Nothing like this is unheard of. I think this is going to be actually a good thing for Theta, as we are starting to see movement a little earlier than previously. Obviously with the previous big increase, we saw it from about 1216 to a a 1590. Yeah, we went all the way to a 1590 in one go. Obviously the main net was delayed, and that's why we saw a dip after that, and when we had market crashes, we saw more dips all the way down to 750. So if you guys were able to grab a bag at 750, very well done. You're already seeing great profits. I think I was able to grab a few at $8.30 or something around there, but I wasn't able to grab that 750. So if you guys were able to grab anywhere around in the sevens, honestly, you guys grabbed at a great time. Going forward though, we are seeing this 11 to 10 to 12 to $13 range. I think we are going to continue to see an increase with these uptrends that we just saw. Like I said, short-term trading going on right now, so we are seeing a lot of increases going into smaller dips. But realistically, as long as we continue on this uptrend, it doesn't really matter how much we dip, how much we increase, as long as it's continuing on the uptrend. So we are seeing good progress right now at $12.5 billion market cap right now, 727.3 million volume in the last 24 hours. This may have increased. I think Coinbase is sometimes a little behind, so just recognize that when we talk about some of this stuff. The stats are looking really good though. If we take a look at the actual, some of these new, information that we can take a look at and try to take what we can from it. So announcing WPT Theta Drop now scheduled for Thursday, 5/13. All users who pre-funded for original 5.2 launch will receive a free 100 TFUEL airdrop. So that's very good for obviously all those people dealing with the problems that they had on the Theta Drop website. It kind of makes up for it for sure. What I will say, guys, though, is this Theta Drop is a very big deal. But the biggest deal is honestly seeing that 5.2 we saw. We saw an initial launch that had a ton of people that actually crashed the site. It crashed, made a lot of problems because obviously the traffic levels were so high. That is actually a great thing to hear. Obviously, Theta Drop has a huge outreach at this point. We continue to see Theta Network itself have a huge outreach, and anytime they can actually support the amount of traffic, that just shows that the traffic was actually at very, very high volume. So that's a great thing to think about. Obviously, more and more people interested in Theta as well as these Theta Drops. As we move forward, we can actually take a look at the website real quick. So wpt.thetadrop.com. You can actually see, week one, the 3-pack drop and auction. You can see that they have upcoming drops. And if you go down here, you can see that they have a base set available for $50. They have the Champion Legend pack for $350, and then obviously the all-in-one pack for $150. So they are, 3 different packs and 3 different styles really available right now. We'll continue to really follow where this Theta Drop goes, if the, the first drop is actually a success or not. So far, I would say it is a success, even though we had to have it delayed, to be honest, because we saw so much really, so much interest, so much audience or so much volume of people jumping into this Theta Drop. A lot of people interested in seeing what really takes place, trying to get into that first drop. I do think this is good for Theta. Like I said, a lot more interest. And actually, this 11-day delay is really going to help us grab even more attention. So we'll see what happens with this Theta Drop as we move forward. We do want to talk about the Theta.tv Lionsgate movies nights are live now. So they have been doing these movie nights now, and you can earn TFUEL and collect the limited edition NFTs. So it's pretty cool. They talk about it here. in these tweets. And they also say, they've done this, I think, for a couple weeks now. I'm not sure how long they've done it, but we've had previous Lion Gate movie nights, and they've done pretty well. We continue to see them really kind of grow as well. So we go on to the next one. We see, come take a look at our newest content partner. If you guys don't know about this, we've talked about this, so you can watch classic shows from Japan, including Ultraman, Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, and more. So that's all available on Theta Network. If we move on to the next one, we see Furious Pete. If you guys don't know who that is, it does look like he's at 5 million subscribers on YouTube, 4-time cancer survivor, former competitive eater, 10+ world records, workout addict, and poopathon king, he says. So obviously Furious Pete exclusive NFT drop coming this summer for him. Obviously bringing that to 125k followers is not a bad thing. As we continue on, I do want to say, guys, Theta is getting a lot of outreach. A lot of people are starting to really turn their heads, understanding that Theta is very, very massive of a token. If we take a look actually here on their website, you can see that 53 days out from the Theta mainnet 3.0, in 50 days or so, we are going to see, I think, Theta's highest all-time high, at any point in time. I think we're going to see it right around $20 or so, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit more on our price predictions at the end of the video. But I will say, guys, Theta mainnet 3.0, with introducing TFUEL staking and uptime mining, is going to be huge for everybody invested in TFUEL and Theta, as well as everybody wanting to invest. Because like I said, the closer we get to this price, or I guess the closer we get to this day, the closer we are going to be to our previous all-time high, as well as the highest, the price point. I guess the higher the price point we'll get, the closer we get to the day. So it's going to be a big deal. Obviously, going down, we can see that the Theta CTO long presenting research at IEE International Conference on blockchain and cryptocurrency. So a big deal, obviously, as the Theta CTO is actually taking matters into his own hands, jumping into some of this stuff and talking with a lot of people about it. So next we see the live partners, obviously including Theta.tv, Samsung VR, and G Fuel. We have the live network stats. Obviously a lot of nodes out there right now doing work. We do see, going down, we can see the enterprise validator nodes, including things like Sunny, I guess the Google, Sony, Samsung, Binance, and Blockchain, and Gumi as well. So it's been in the news quite a bit. We've talked about Theta a lot. We're going to go over the problem real quick. So obviously poor quality, skyrocketing data needs, and centralized, inefficient system. And then we have the solution. If you guys want to pause here, you can actually read a little bit more into this graph here, or you can go to thetatoken.org and read about how Theta TFUEL itself is actually really combined together, how TFUEL works into the Theta network ecosystem as a whole. So it's a decentralized peer-to-peer video delivery, a new native blockchain powered by users. They talk about the viewers earn rewards as Theta Fuel, higher quality, smoother video streaming, and reduced cost of delivering video streams. So if you go to the open source platform as well, you can see that esports, VR content, broadcasting and entertainment, music, movies, and media, as well as distance learning, enterprise conferencing, and peer-to-peer streaming. So they talk about open source network and protocol, decentralized apps or DApps, and multiple content verticals. So just a lot here available to us on the thetatoken.org to learn about. I will say, guys, in 53 days or so, I would say actually before this 53 days, we're going to see a very nice all-time high price. And I will say, guys, that is going to be, just a benefit to all the holders that are, been holding since maybe $10 or even didn't sell after that $15.90 price. If you held through that $15.90 price, you're going to be very happy in 50 days when you're seeing the new price point. So I will say, guys, we're going to be jumping into these price predictions now. So I want to say that I am not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. As like I said, crypto can be very volatile. A lot of things happen very randomly, as well as some you can predict. So we're going to try to predict now the price predictions. Let's give it a quick refresh here. Make sure we have the most recent up-to-date price. It looks like 1238 for Theta as we continue to kind of decline. Hopefully we will stabilize at some point. Obviously we have a way to go. As long as we don't break below 1135, we're going to see an increase in an uptrend still. So I do think we will, stay above 1135 on this decrease. So we are still going to look very, very positive. And obviously the next high is hopefully higher than our previous high, making sure this uptrend is continuing on. I do think by the end of May, Theta is going to be having a very, very solid month. We've talked about these price points before and where we think they're actually going to be. I've been pinning Theta right around $16 to $18 by the end of May, and that's where I'm going to continue to pin it. Theta is definitely a price right now that's still a very good entry point really for Theta at below $13, or even if we can see it drop below $12 here, you're seeing another good chance at a great entry point. I will say, guys, $16 to $18 by the end of May, going into the end of June. Theta has a chance of reaching about $22 to $25. I think that's definitely a more reasonable price prediction for Theta now. Knowing that we have this much hype behind the Theta drops themselves, as well as the mainnet being very close by the end of June. it's definitely a reasonable price prediction around $22 to $25. Going into the end of the year, we've talked about this one quite a bit as well. $80 to $85 is definitely going to be my price prediction for Theta by the end of the year. It has chances to do even more than that, to be honest with you guys, but $80 to $85 is definitely looking like a fair shot. Now let's jump into the Theta TFUEL. So we want to give a quick refresh, make sure we have the most recent up-to-date price. It looks like it went down about a cent. So we see a 2.76% decrease in the last 24 hours. Theta and TFUEL are looking very good right now, guys. Like I said, looking like an uptrend for sure. We do see in the last week, coming from, I guess we'll start here, about 37 cents. We've pretty much uptrend for the most part, even with these ups and downs. Like I said, a lot of short-term trading going on with Theta and TFUEL because they understand that it's pretty much a guaranteed uptrend. It's just a matter of time. So, like I said, a lot of people taking advantage of that with trading bots and whatever else. So, we do see Theta TFUEL as a very good alternative to Theta if you are looking to invest. It's actually a higher risk, higher reward because we only see a market cap at about that, $2 billion, about $2.1 billion market cap. So it's actually a fairly low market cap still. And because of that, you are going to see a little bit of higher risk, higher reward there. So I do think 45 to 50 cents by the end of May is still a reasonable price prediction for Theta TFUEL because it's not moving too much quite yet, just really kind of stabilizing around 40 cents. I do think by the end of June, we are going to see a 60-cent TFUEL, and then by the end of the year, this is where we could see really TFUEL can make its way to about $2. I think $2 to $3 is definitely a price range that I'm comfortable with predicting. Do remember, guys, these are very conservative price predictions. So if you guys have any comments in the just leave them in the comment section below. I'll read them and I'll understand why you guys think they're going to be a little higher, a little lower. I'm perfectly fine with you guys disagreeing. I'm excited to understand or see what you guys think about them as well. So thank you guys for stopping by. If you guys haven't already, make sure to jump into the channel, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video, as well as jump into the description. Take advantage of the referral links. We have referrals to a bunch of exchanges, including Voyager, Binance, a bunch of these that will help you get little boosts or bonuses in the beginning. So it would help the channel. It would help you. Thank you guys so much. If you guys support me, I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys all in the next one.